All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. You're here with me, Jesse, solutions engineer here at Botpress. You may have seen me in a few Botpress office hour live streams recently, and here with Sylvain as well. Hey, Sylvain.
Hey, hi everyone.
We'll get started. We'll get started shortly there as we let a little more viewers hop in. See, we have people from Hello Bot Builders, hello, from Colombia, Cameroon, Montreal, Saint somewhere. That's a good one. Uh, San Francisco, Brazil, Sao Paulo, from everywhere. Hôtel Relais du Loir. Hello, welcome.
Paris.
Yeah,
Hi.
France, Paris, that's right. Okay, okay. All right. Well, I think we're good to get started. Sylvain, have a little announcement today. We promised five other major announcements after the release of the new Botpress just a few weeks ago, and this is well the first of those five. And as I understand it today, have a little demo to pique our interest today. Show us what this knowledge base is about.
For sure. Yeah. So, just a little introduction. So, like you say, this is the first of the five major features that we're going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks. This one, probably like a few thousand of you may have already experienced with it as we've been in beta for a couple of weeks, but now it's official. It's publicly out to everyone. And we couldn't be more excited about this feature because this was by far the most requested feature by our community since launch. Um, so, as you're aware, ChatGPT makes a lot of things much easier in terms of natural language understanding. But one of the big challenge is to have the ability to have chatbots answer questions based on your information, on your private documents, right? As a company, so um, there are a bunch of things that if you want to make this happen, you would have to do. But we really streamlined this process for you. So we ingest your documents, your knowledge sources. We set up the vector database and we do the caching and we do the prompt engineering behind the scene. And we give you all the knobs and flexibility that is needed to bring this in production and in a way that works reliably. And so this is what I'm going to show you today. So let me just hop on my Botpress Cloud account. Let me create a new bot.
I'll share your screen here. Shall I
Okay.
share your screen?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Okay, cool. So once you create a bot in the new Botpress Cloud, you'll be brought to the studio. Can you see the studio right now?
A delightful dugong. We're not. No, it's yeah. You'll have to bring the. There
Okay.
we go. Okay, we
Okay,
see
great.
the language selector.
Okay, cool. So this new screen basically onboards you with your new chatbot. So for now, we'll have this bot speak English. And the very first thing that we allow you to do is straight off the bat, make your bot answer questions from documents, from websites, or you can also start with templates as usual. But for now, just for the sake of this demo, let's have our bot answer questions about Botpress itself. So we'll have a bot that talks about Botpress. So that's very easy. There are a couple of things that you can do, but for now, we'll just have the bot answer questions based on specific websites. In our case, that will be botpress.com. Very easy. And you can also filter the content based on time, which we're not going to do, but you could, in theory, do that. And you can add multiple websites, but for now, we're just to botpress.com, right? And so it's really as simple as that. Your bot is getting ready, it just trained. And so um, now you have a bot that can answer questions on BotPress in general based on the content from our website. So if I ask, What is Botpress? So it tells me Botpress is an open source chatbot software that allows developers to build AI-driven conversational experiences for user and so on and so forth. Now, this is pretty cool. It was built with zero effort, just to show you that it can answer more complex questions. What is the pricing model of Botpress? And so that's pretty accurate. Which channels does Botpress support?
We have Marcel saying, I was testing this earlier today. It is awesome.
It really does feel magic, right? And this is also pretty quick. So you can see like this is all correct and accurate. But say you wanted to know, so what is, what information was taken behind the scenes? So you can pop this event debugger, and that is a pretty neat feature. We source all the references that were used to answer the question. So in that case, Messenger was taken from the channel's overview page, and also this blog article and the features from the documentation. So, and that's the case for like all the different integrations. You see that it sources information from various web pages, which is really awesome. Now, if I ask a question, I don't know if it will know, but how much money did Botpress raise in it? Undisclosed amount. Now, how do we fix that? Because that information is somewhere. So to edit the knowledge, once you're past the wizard, you can go to the quick start knowledge. Here you can see that really what the wizard did is really just add a knowledge base here. I could add a new website. This guy's Crunchbase should have this information about how much money we raised, right? And so let's just try this out again. And now you see this time that was really quick, it didn't need to like index the whole website for Crunchbase, because it does a web search automatically behind the scenes, so it's very fast. And you can see that it took that from crunchbase.com /organization/botpress. So that's pretty neat for websites. We also implemented, in this case by default, like the small talk, using a different type of knowledge base, which is the plain text one. And so you can really
Sylvain,
yes.
sorry to break your flow here. Before we go into the plain text, one question that's been coming up a bit is the frequency at which this web-based knowledge connector updates. Say if I update my pages infrequently, but do I have to do anything to tell Botpress that I updated my pages so that the answers change in accordance to the change on my website?
So this really is a web search in that case, right? So that really is up to how frequently Bing, in this case, is updating the index for your website. Just know that these are like the initial knowledge bases that we support today. We plan on having a website crawler, which you can control the frequency and including and excluding certain pages from your website. So this is coming in the pipeline, but for now, this is entirely up to the Bing search engine and the frequency at
which so your website at this point is literally the single source of truth. You update it there, your bot's going to update automatically with it.
That's right.
Nothing else to do on your side. There's no concept of having to retrain the bot or re-upload anything or republish. It's really plug and play. Awesome. Yep. Okay, thank you. we were going into discussing the static knowledge base
Yeah, so in
in
this
the
case,
small
it's
talk.
very
Yeah.
simple. So you can add like any, without you having to create like a website or, like a document, you can just type plain text here. And something you'll notice here is the description field. So you can really influence how ChatGPT will behave and, consider the different knowledge bases that you have based on that description here. So that's a nice way to tune the understanding and the behavior of your bot by changing the description over here. Next, I want to answer some questions on documents, right? So let's create, I could put this inside the existing knowledge bases, but I can also like create a new knowledge base. And in this case, I'll put like internal documents, for our own employees. So these are documents for Botpress employees. And so let's upload some documents. So I'm gonna drag and drop. So here we have one document. Oops, I need to drag it here. So we have here our latest Botpress Enterprise penetration testing report, and we have our internal code of ethics. Now, these are indexed, so I can start asking questions about it as soon as the bot is finished training.
While we're waiting for the training, I have a question. Is this based on GPT-4?
Partially, for speed and cost reasons, the actual answering is done through GPT Turbo because it's much faster and provides a better experience. Some of the indexing is done by GPT-4 though, behind this. Just delete this one. All right, so when who did our penetration? Who did Botpress penetration testing and when? So you can see KPMG did our penetration testing on September 1st, 2022. And if you want to see, it tells you, by the way, that was on page 5 of that 92 pages document here. Now let's do something a bit more complicated because up to now we've only answered questions based on like the first interaction in your bot. We have way more knobs that we don't have time to go through each of them today since we're almost up to time. But something that is pretty cool, if you have a capture information card, and say we ask for the user email, right? What's your email? This inside an email variable. Now say, hey, the bot will ask me for my email. Now, if I say, what is Botpress on that email thing, it will not answer my question, but I can click on that node and enable question answering while I'm on this node. And so by doing that, now if I try it again and ask the same question, it's pretty cool. It will basically answer the question, then realize that the email was not provided. And so it will ask me again the question. So just like resuming and doing something pretty natural. Another way to have control is if you create folders and you put your internal documents, for example, inside that folder, then now these internal documents only become available to workflows inside that folder, right? So if I was to flow inside this new workflow one, then the internal documents would be available, but not while I'm in the main. So there are many knobs that are available for developers to control. So I guess that makes the tour of the feature. We're pretty excited. This is the beginning. We'll add many more data sources in the near future, but we're really hoping that this accelerates drastically the speed at which you can create ChatGPT-based chatbots.
All right, Sylvain, thank you. I was gonna just ask you. You beat me to it. What could we expect in the future there, at least in the short term, for the knowledge base? And that also answers a question that's come up a few times today. We'll have additional knowledge connectors there that we can expect. So thank you, Sylvain. That's it. Covers it today. Just wanted to say to everyone listening, be sure to try out the new knowledge base feature if you haven't tried it already. Do let us know what you think. We always love hearing your feedback, as it's crucial to the continued improvement of Botpress and the Botpress features. And for those of you who want to know more about the knowledge bases, we just talked about them today, showed some features, but we didn't go in depth. There's a lot more to know. There's so many things you can do with it. So we've set up a dedicated office hours next week, Thursday, let me check my date, Thursday 25th, where we'll build a bot, we'll gather some of your feedback, we'll exchange with you during the live stream, and we'll try and answer all of your knowledge base questions during that hour. I'll be there with Gordon. So at the same time, remember to hit the subscribe button to get notifications of all the new content that we're releasing on YouTube. Drop a comment in the section below. We'll try to adjust those. Follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter. And everyone, thank you for your time, for your attention. And as we like to say, happy bot building.
We'll see you at the next announcement, though.
The next announcement. Yes, there will be a number 2.
All right. Thanks,
I'm looking
everyone.
forward to that one myself. Thank you, Sylvain. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.